Welcome back for another update. We are hoping here to check both hives and make sure that both queens are doing exactly what they are supposed to be doing. We're hoping to see some eggs, hoping to see some nectar, and hopefully some well drawn out comb. So we're going to be checking out those hives, cracking them both open, and we'll take you along for the route and we'll explain what we see along the way. Remove the straps so that way we can get this top cover off. So I'll get that done. I'm just going to go ahead and remove this. I'm going to set this upside down so that way I have a space to put this top hive. And then I'm going to go ahead and remove this box. Put that in there.
It's dead.
Yep, there's going to be a couple dead bees. I'm going to make sure I have my hive tool.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I see a mite. Is this a mite? No. It's big.
No, that's definitely just a beetle.
Okay. I just want
We
to
can kill it though.
don't want it in our hive.
Yep. Okay, so they haven't propolised very much right now.
Yeah,
So this is
it's
fairly
really harder
loose.
For us to take off.
I'm going to tip this over, and as I tip it over, you're just going to do a couple puffs of smoke inside the hive. Do the front first.
Like right here?
Yep, just light puffs. Yep. And I'm going to tip this over. I'm going to lift this up, and you're just going to smoke them. Okay, up here. Just go ahead and smoke them. I'm going to set this right here.
I don't even care.
Perfect, that should be plenty. Oh my goodness, look at all that comb in there. It looks wonderful.
This one.
So this one's gonna flip around.
Oh, this one. Right?
Yep, that way. Well done. I'm gonna go ahead and remove this hive patty. Things look like they got a little wet in here. I'm a little concerned by that. That tells me that this was not dried, or this did not stay very dry. So that might be of some concern to look at. I'll start on this side of the hive. I'm just going to remove this first frame. It's called a J-hook tool because it's used much like a J.
There.
So we just have some bees on this frame. They're not really doing very much right now, which is okay. It's a completely empty frame. So that one is completely empty frame. You can go ahead and set that down in there. Perfect. And now we should be able to crack this open.
That wax. Excited.
So reach in here to grab this on up. Okay, so we have some weird wax coming on. This is I am a little concerned about. I did read that that is usually because the frames are not properly pre-waxed. So I might have to switch this one out.
This should be flat.
It should be. They should be putting wax on the entire thing. So right now it's very patchy.
Even, not like it bumps.
Yep.
Like this is.
Yep. So I'm gonna go ahead. I don't see anything stored in those. Oh, look at that. There's a bee full of pollen. This one's gonna be a little fun. Oh, look at that. This one's gonna be great.
Heavier.
Yep.
Perfect.
This is all fresh wax.
Wow, they paid.
This was, huh?
Or is that like nectar? Like right there?
Ooh, can't do that. Okay, so we're gonna have to be very careful. I'm gonna set this one down until it's finished built. Cannot tip it. Definitely pollen. I do not see anything other than pollen being stored in there. And maybe some nectar. Okay, so that's very fragile. So I'm gonna set that one in there again. Still have not seen the queen, which is okay. I don't expect to see the queen until usually in the center. This is where they're gonna start putting their brood. Ooh, sorry. So this one's definitely heavier. Okay, there's the queen. See the blue dot?
Yep. So she's right here. Oh,
There she is.
Look at her go. Is she doing her job?
Look at all that larva.
Oh my gosh, they've gotten so big.
You can come over here.
Grace.
See, they look like little worms.
I don't see any worms.
They're on the inside of the cells.
Oh,
Yep.
that's. Oh my goodness, that is so cool. And they can watch them feed them. So nurse bees will stick their head in. And
Yep.
feed them
Yep.
the pollen bread. Good job.
Yep. Bee bread.
Bee bread. That's so cool. Good job, bees.
Okay.
Keeps laying on the egg.
There are no capped brood, and I saw the queen already, so I don't really want to go in anything else. She's just right there already.
Yep.
So I'm going to be very careful with how I set this thing down. I'm just going to continue to let them build. I was very happy with this hive inspection, and it was time to put everything back together. I saw the queen, we had eggs, we had larvae, lots of pollen and nectar. I did want to pull one last frame out to make sure that the comb was looking okay. For the most part it was, but it is definitely something to keep an eye on as well for the next couple of weeks to come. Might have to replace it with a fresh frame with fresh coated wax, so that will help. And we closed that one back up for the most part, and then it was time to move on to the second hive. So this is the one that we were really anxious and worried about to see if the queen is still going to be here. The comb looked really, really good. That is a big step up from where I saw it last time. You can see that there is a big frame full of comb hanging down. That's all fresh. Some frames being drawn out full of nectar. And then there was a huge frame full of large honeycomb that was being filled with mostly pollen and nectar, but we did see a few eggs. And then we pull out this next frame, and let's watch that. They take tree sap and they kind of glue stuff down. That's how they seal up most of their hive. Oh, this one's heavy.
Look at them all.
Okay. Oh, here's the queen. She is not marked.
Where is she?
She is right here. Down.
Right there?
Nope. Over here. She's right.
Here, let me hold.
Someone hold her.
Right there?
She's right there.
Where?
Oh, she's
Right there.
Oh, yeah.
So, she is in there. We have a good, successful queen. So there you saw it. The queen is healthy, and now it was just time to put the rest of the hives all the way and put their homes back together. So we just got done with both hive inspections, and the results were awesome. We saw exactly what we were hoping to see. For this first hive, the one that is closest to me, we did see the queen once again. That was the one that had that blue dot earlier in the previous video. We saw her again today. She's laying the eggs. Those eggs have now been growing into their larvae, so we were able to see that in some of the cells. Hopefully we'll have some pictures to add into this video here so you can see that. We saw lots of comb being drawn out as well. We had a couple parts that were maybe not growing in the correct spot that we want them to grow. I'm gonna let those be just for a little bit, so that way they can continue to draw out the rest of the comb. I'm concerned with one frame on this hive as well. That also had a bunch of that wonky, or I guess weird comb, not going exactly where it's supposed to go. So I'm gonna keep checking in on that and make sure that if it continues, we might have to replace that frame with something else. So that is something to keep tabs on for this hive, but otherwise everything is looking great. And then we went on and checked the furthest hive, the one that we were unsure if the queen is still okay. We went into there and we did see the queen. So she has been accepted. She's laying eggs. They are doing exactly what they are supposed to be doing. So I'm going to continue to let that one be as they continue to figure out their stuff, build all the comb they need to, and continue to build up the colony by laying more eggs and filling up the cells with more nectar and pollen. And it's awesome because these bees are really flying in with a lot of pollen. I'll show you some video of them. They collect their pollen on their legs, and you can see it. It's usually bright colors, hence where all the bright color of the flowers are from. The pollen is usually kind of the same color, so it's all on their legs as they enter in, and they'll store that and pack that away in some of those cells, and they use that to feed all of their larvae. So once they hatch from an egg, they're a larva in their larva stage, and then the bees, the worker bees, they grab that nectar that they've also done and that pollen, they mix it together and they make something called a bee bread, and then they'll feed it to all the larvae until they get to the pupae stage. And once they're in the pupae stage, they are going to cap their brood over. That's just a wax covering to make sure that they are okay and they are protected. And then eventually that pupa will grow into their final stage, which is the adult honeybee. So that's where we're at right now. It was a very exciting update today. I'm very happy with where these bee hives are sitting at. And as of right now, we're on a great trajectory to have 2 very successful and healthy colonies. Thank you for watching today's update, and stay tuned for more.